Hey everybody, tonight's nightly vid's gonna be a little bit light. I know it's coming out late, so if you skip to the last like 30 seconds, we'll make sure to have the list up, or it's probably gonna be up the whole video. That being said though, SPY starts as a 2 down to start the week, closer to last week's lows. So no reversal back up. Qs starts as a 2 down to start the week on the day as well, closer to last week's lows, so we will see there. Dow Jones starts by taking out last week's lows. You got this nice daily try they're still working with, and then IWM starts 2 down to start, but still an inside week. They did inside down last week, but still a lot of inside months across the board there. So we want to go to where the 2s are. That is going to be your energies. You're going to see they start 2 up on the week, 2 up on the day. They do have a little shooter counter hammer, so we might see some profit taken. We will see. XOP is going to be similar. OIH will be similar, and all the energy stocks, which you're going to see up in here. So we will let those triangled out and set up. We have numbers coming out Wednesday there to get things moving again. Crude oil, you're going to see starts by taking out last week's highs and doing some profit taking. So we're going to let them triangle they out. From the weekend vid, materials did poke down on the week, but set up a slight hammer. So if you go to OLN, potential 2-2 day to trigger the inside weekend up from the weekend vid. CE, potential 2-2 day to trigger the inside week up, so we'll keep an eye on the materials there. When we go to any of the inside weeks, Dash, nothing. HLT did poke up, but did not do much with a win. Poking up, but some profit taken to start off the new week. And LVS, same thing. MAR, some little buying there in comparison, but profit taking across the board there for the most part. We did see NVIDIA break the inside week, trigger the month, and get moving a little bit, but kind of pulling back with the lackluster market. We're seeing a lot of inside weeks, inside months still. And if we go to PayC, it did go 2-2 RevStrat day, now potential inside week down, but that's going to keep it inside month at this point. If we go to Williams Sonoma, we'll see it starts as a 3-2 down, going inside week down, sets up potential 2-2 on a Tuesday, so we'll see for the outside week. RevStrat to trigger the 3-2 month, still a 1. On the bearish side of things, GPN did start by taking the week down, did not stay in force. IEX went outside, and you're going to see today the poke up, and then 3 RevStrat day causes outside week. In the industrials, and then in the macro, Hershey's starts inside week down, triggering the 3-2 month. So this is something I definitely want to know about for the macro. And then TMO started as a slight gap down buy to start the week, so we will see. So really not too much happening to start the week there as far as the 2-2s setting up into tomorrow for turnaround Tuesday and the inside days. Go to app.strat alerts. Looks like we're a little late here. All right, there we go. What we can look for is a 2 down with full time frame continuity, which will give us the buys in here. So you're going to see not really much simultaneous breaks, setting up a few cyclicals. Let's see. We're going to quickly get through these guys. And with the CPI and everything later this week, we can hold off a little more with all the inside months that we're still seeing. Yeah, so in the energies, EQT, potential 2-2 on a Tuesday after some triangle day out, which would confirm a quarterly, potentially coming back up for those guys. One of the lower volatility energy names, but it would confirm what we know. Lulu, potential daily to trigger the weekly 3-2-2 in the cyclicals. And in the basic materials, along with OLN, we'll see NUE. So material is probably the best looking 2-2s for tomorrow. If things are going to try and keep gunning, you'll see some triangle layout in NUE, and that would reconfirm the month. So you can add that into the XLB materials list. And it looks like STLD is going to be the same. So a lot of potential 2-2 days on a Tuesday in the materials. That's something we'll want to know about for the simultaneous break. You can also go to 2 up with bearish continuity. And from the looks of it, there's a lot more of those than there are on the upside list with a good chunk of technologies. I'm going to filter by ATR just to get the bigger ones in here. And by market cap, just so you can get this going a little quicker. So GS did start the week 2 up, but kind of a doji 2 start. So we'll see if that gets rebroken later this week. They do have earnings next week, but you know, we can still trade this week. So it looks like a good chunk of the cyclicals. So you can see like BKNG, potential shooter day to rev strat the week. O'Reilly shooter day back through previous range. I know not everyone wants to go after the spready stuff, but these things can really, when they get moving, they can give you the 10,000 percenters that you're looking for. If they sometimes they'll complete this whole try in one day or even just like 2 days during the week when they go really sideways like this and then start chopping all the way back through that stuff. But we will see, it looks like cyclicals, OLN, Melly, BKNG. So it's going to be just a lot of potential 2-2s there. And then some small broadening information in Oracle in the tech. Some small broadening information PanW in the tech. Small broadening informations in MSI as well from all-time highs. So, not too much interesting going in there. We can remove the ATR, see if we get anything else. Yeah, not too much. That being said, the last thing I can add in here is the staples. So we saw these taking last month's lows to start off the month. They go 2 down again this week, reconfirming that. So bright red to start with Coca-Cola. 3-2 expansion week to the downside in the staples. Also a 2-2 month. So we can keep that on the observations list. And that being said, since we're kind of just seeing lackluster, a lot of getting stuck in here, what I'm going to do is actually... I don't want to delete this list, but I'm going to remove the stuff that's getting a little bit more stuck in here. There you go, like this. Coca-Cola, and then there's also Hershey's macro in there, and then you could also be looking at like things like Pepsi. And if we go to healthcares, you're going to see similar problems in there with the 2-2 month back down. So to start the month, healthcare's staples coming back in, and then also biotechs. Very close to taking the month down. I have an alert set for that. So there's a few things we're looking at that are setting up to trigger from the bigger time frames on the monthly signals. And really, that's about all I can say to start the week. If we go and take a look at the 2s up and 2s down, we will see this. So 2 up to start the week, it's all the energies, and then some semis with NVIDIA and SMCI being a little stronger today. 2 down to start the week. You see materials, utilities, Dow Jones, Nuggets, staples, real estates, healthcares. That's another thing we can add in here. You see real estate's taking last month's lows. So on a monthly basis, you can see 2s down. We got 3 2s to the downside, and real estate should be included in that. I'm not sure why it is not. And XLY should not. So looks like we have a little issue, but there is 3 2s to the downside to start the month. And then to start the week, we're going to have a lot more 2s down than 2s up. So we can say they're a little bit more bearish to come in this week. We do have CPI later this week, and all these indexes still trading a 1 on the month. So we just want to wonder, how are we going to get out of that? Or we want to ask how we're getting out of that. And that being said, on the weekly magnitude, if we take these guys out, wouldn't get us out of that, but it would get some stuff moving down below 560.08. Get things going. Last week's lows is here, 565.41, give or take a few pennies. So we want to take that stuff out. We need some 2s at least on the week and get some stuff moving. And if we don't, then prior to CPI, we don't got too much to talk about besides the gappers. And that being said, Elaine is going to be gone tomorrow. So on the gap list, I will be doing that in the morning. Given the video is coming out a little later tonight, I'm not sure if I'll have enough time to get it out on Twitter in the morning, but that will be my prerogative. So I hope to see you guys there. We're going to pull back a little bit as things slow down. We'll stick to the things that are 2 on the month, which is your staples. It's going to be your health cares, and then we'll see if the materials can get moving with their potential outside weeks and some monthly signals that are in there. And energies get some triangle day out to get moving. So adios. Have a great rest of your night, and I'll see you guys bright and early on Tuesday morning if you're in stat, and if you're not, I'll see you guys in tomorrow night's Nightly Vid.